What's up, y'all? It's your girl Steph G, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some tips and some strategies on how to price your hair bundles. Now, I get this question a lot in my comments, so I figured why not go ahead and share some of the things that I did when I first started out my hair company. So if you guys are struggling with pricing your bundles or you're not too sure if you price them correctly, then definitely go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I'm your girl Steph G, and I do videos on business tips, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle vlogs. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join the crew, because we would love to have you. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Alright y'all, so before we jump into the tips and strategies, let's talk about what you're going to need first. And so I got my notebook, so I make sure I don't forget anything. So if you guys see me looking down, that's because I'm looking at my notebook. But all right, guys, so the very first thing you want to do is research, okay? It's very important that you do your research. Did you guys know that the hair industry is worth $5.3 billion currently, and it's expected to go to $13.3 billion by 2026, okay? So the industry, well, the hair industry is huge. There's tons of money to be made. A lot of people always talk about how saturated it is. There's no room. Everyone's selling the same thing. Yeah, trust me, there's room. You just have to make sure that you find your target audience, you figure out who that is, and then what type of hair you want to sell, and then you focus on your marketing, okay? There are other things that come into play when you start your hair business, but the main thing is to really focus on who your audience is going to be. Trust me, it makes things a lot easier. I wish that I would have listened, because a lot of people, you know, it's real cliche. Everybody tells you target audience, target audience, target audience. It's important. Okay, I did not know that until I actually started, you know, going into my business my very first year, which came up in August of this year. It was pretty much just trial and error. There was a lot of things that I had to learn and understand, and one of them was target audience, figuring out who that was so that it made it easier for me to market and, you know, do the proper marketing, have the proper strategies to plan and figure out if I need to email, text message, and who I'm doing this to. Okay, what group am I focusing on? So research, I would say get about 2 to 3 companies, study them, analyze them, look at their website, pricing, look at their Instagram, look at their Facebook, look at, you know, just how they market their company. Now, I'm not telling you to go copy them. I'm just telling you to study them, look at their website, pay attention to what they're doing. And it has to, of course, be in kind of the same realm as what you're trying to sell. So if you're selling virgin hair, then you want to look at companies that sell virgin hair. If you're selling synthetic hair, synthetic companies. And if you're selling raw hair, then you want to look at companies that sell raw hair. That way you just have a better idea when it comes to like how they market, who their audience is, how their pricing is, and all that good stuff. So definitely research, analyze them, study the hair industry before you do anything, okay? All right, so the next thing you want to have is either a notebook or an Excel spreadsheet. Now, it's up to you, whichever one you decide. I have a notebook because I just like to write everything down. I also do have an Excel spreadsheet to keep kind of track of the orders that I make, how many times I order, and what the total price is and things like that. But I do have a notebook more so for like pricing my bundles, keeping track of orders as well, and things like that. So I'm going to show you in just a minute what I'm talking about, but let me just kind of explain. So in your notebook or Excel spreadsheet, you want to go ahead and make 3 columns. The very first column is going to be the unit price. And when I say unit, it's the bundle per bundle. The unit price of what your vendor is selling the bundle at. The middle column is going to be the profit, how much profit you want. And then the last column is going to be the total price that you're going to price your bundle at. Once you do that, you know, well, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Now keep in mind that you're going to have this probably, if it's in your notebook, you're going to have a couple sheets that you're going to have to do, because you're going to have to do straight, wavy, and curly. As you guys know, that the price is different depending on texture. So straight is, of course, less expensive than wavy, and wavy is less expensive than curly. Sometimes your wavy and your curly might be the same, but some vendors charge differently depending on what it is, whether it's raw, virgin, or synthetic. So you want to think about that. Also, shorter lengths are a lot less expensive than longer lengths. So keep that in mind. So once you have that, before we start thinking about our profit, you want to keep in mind that you possibly may have sales. I feel like majority of the people will have sales throughout the year, whether it's all of the holidays, your extra sales you might have in between. Totally up to you. You don't have to have a sale every holiday. If you want to, it's up to you. You just got to make sure that when you're having a sale, that it's strategically planned and it makes sense. Don't just have a sale because it's Labor Day and you want to have a sale and everybody's having a sale. Make sure that it makes sense to your company, that the sale is you're going to benefit from the sale, okay? You're going to profit from the sale. Sometimes people have sales because they're trying to get rid of old inventory and they need to bring in new inventory, and so they want to have a sale to just kind of get rid of it, move forward because it's been sitting there for a while. That makes sense. You know, you may have the sale on a holiday, or you might have the sale on just your annual sale, your semi-sale, birthday sale, whatever it is, but it makes sense, okay? So like I said, some of the sale examples would be holiday sales, personal sales, and annual sales. And personal sales are like birthday sales, anniversary sales, end of the summer sale, fall sale, things like that. And then your annual sales would be like the beginning of the year or the end of the year sale, something like that. Now let's talk about profit. Now we can start thinking about how much you want to make per bundle. So like I mentioned before, I was going to show you guys. Let me erase this because this is the example that I was telling you guys earlier. So the 3 columns. So we're going to work on the straight bundles. And now I'm just going to give you guys some numbers. I'm just throwing it out there. This is not accurate in any way, shape, or form. This is just numbers I'm throwing out just to kind of give you an example. So the first column is going to be your lengths and then the unit price per bundle, okay? This is the price that your vendor is selling you the bundle at. And when I say unit, it's a bundle, per bundle. The next column is going to be the profit, how much profit you want to make. And then the last column is going to be the total price that you're going to price your bundles at, okay? So let's do the first one as an example. So say your vendor is selling you a 16-inch at $40, a straight bundle, and you want to profit $30 for this bundle, all right? So of course, simple math, this will total out to $70. $70 for a 16-inch. This is how much you would price this bundle at. This is how much you would profit, and this is how much you spent for that bundle, okay? Now, as you guys know, that the longer lengths are going to be a lot more expensive, so there may be an instance where you might want to profit more. Now, it's totally up to you if you want to set one set profit for all of your bundles. So say if you just want to profit $50 for all the bundles that you sell, you can of course add the $50 to whatever the price that you paid for the bundle and then get the price, the total price to actually price your bundle at, okay? But if you want to not do that and you want to kind of put them in groups, you can do like 16, 18, and 20. You can profit at $30. Your 22, 24, and 26, you might want to profit at $40. And 28 and 30, you might want to profit at $50. Okay, and then you would just add the profit to your unit price and get the total price, and then that's how you would find out how much to price your bundle. But you want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough wiggle room, okay? Do not price your bundles way too low, because if you decide to make a sale and your sale is like 20% or 25% or anything above that, there's a possibility that you may end up cutting into your profit, and then you end up either not going to make anything, not make much. You also got to remember there's other costs that come along with the sale, or with the bundles and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough wiggle room to be able to have sales and things like that. Another way you can kind of figure out whether or not you're pricing your bundles correctly, where it's going to leave you enough when you're having a sale, is to make sure that you write down the sales that you're going to have per year. So if you're going to have a sale every year, then write it down in your book, okay? Write all of the sales that you plan on having somewhere in your notebook. Write down how much you think you're going to have that sale at. So if it's going to be 15% and 20% throughout the year, write that down and then start testing those percentages against the price that you're pricing your bundles. So then that way you can kind of figure out how much you are going to make when that sale comes. Now, sometimes it works out well. If you get a lot of sales, then that sale will work out well if you're not making much profit per unit, but at least you're getting a lot of sales coming in, so you're making money. But sometimes it may not work out like that. And sometimes you just end up either cutting into your profit and not making anything, or just kind of breaking even. So just make sure you're doing that. Also, bundles. If you're thinking about having a bundle, bundles are already a deal, okay? You want to make sure that, let me turn this light because I know you guys can't see. Now, bundles. Here's an example of how to create a bundle deal. Say you want to do a bundle deal of 16, 18, and 20, right? Now, let's add this up. Hold on. So say you're 16, 18, and 20. Say your 16 is $70, right? So we're going to add $70. Your 18 is $80. And your 20-inch is $90. So that will give you a total of $240, okay? For this bundle deal. That's just the price per bundle, because we haven't given the deal just yet. But you want to make sure that you're giving the customer a deal, because in all actuality, this is a bundle deal. So they are getting a deal so that they're not spending the total price of your bundle. So instead of doing that, they're actually going to get the deal, and you want to make sure that you're not just taking $5 off, okay? So I would take $10 off of each bundle, okay? Which would total out to $30 off. I would subtract that 30, which would give me $210. Now I would charge $210 for this bundle deal, giving them a deal, taking $10 off each bundle. Now if you divide the $210 into 3, that's $70 per bundle. So you're still getting a good profit from each bundle. Like, so say if the 18-inch is 42 and then the 20-inch is 45, you're still getting somewhat of a profit. Even if you have a sale on top of the bundle deal, you're still giving yourself a little wiggle room to be able to make something. Now, you probably can't do anything big of a sale, but you can give a little something like 10% off, even maybe 15% off. But make sure that you're testing out those percentages against the price. Play around with it. This is tedious, but you want to make sure that you are, planning this out and knowing how much you're going to make when these sales come along, because you don't want to end up, with the surprise. You have a sale just because you want to have a sale. You didn't really test it out or plan it out, and then you look, people are buying, but you don't feel like you made anything, and you're spending a lot more than you're making. That's probably because you didn't price your bundles correctly, and you didn't test out your sales against your prices to make sure that you were giving yourself enough wiggle room, okay? But like I said, the most important thing is to do some research. Look out there to see what's out there, what the hair industry is looking like based on the type of hair that you're selling, whether it's raw hair, synthetic hair, virgin hair. Kind of get yourself an idea of where they're pricing their bundles. It'll give you a better idea where to price your bundles. Of course, you don't want to price your bundles too high, but you also don't want to price your bundles too low, okay? Give yourself some wiggle room to be able to create sales throughout the year. You may be a company who doesn't even have a sale. I mean, that's understandable. If you don't want to have a sale, I feel like every company should have some type of sale though. You don't have to have every sale on every holiday, but definitely the big sales like Black Friday, especially in the holidays and things like that, you want to prepare for that, because that's when people want to shop for a deal. They have to buy a lot for a lot of people, so they want to make sure they're getting a deal for their price for the stuff that they're buying. So that is it, guys. I think I touched on everything. I will be doing another video kind of sharing with you guys how much product to buy and things like that. There's really not a right or wrong answer. I'm just going to give you guys some feedback and some of the things that I did, some of the mistakes that I made. I feel like the videos that I'm going to produce are more going to be my journey and just sharing with you guys things that I've done this past year with my hair business, just sharing tips and things that I'm learning as I'm going, giving you guys some ideas so that either you don't make the same mistake, or you may just be lost and may just need a little help or some guidance. And if I've already done it, why not share it with you? And my next video we are going to be doing the whole giveaway thing. Probably will put my computer up and kind of show you guys how I'm gonna pick the winner. So make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss out on a video. I will see you guys next time. Bye.